Last month, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle relocated to Los Angeles as state lockdown measures ramped up. On Easter Sunday, the couple quietly delivered meals via Project Angel Food to people with critical illnesses in the LA area.
Project Angel Food was created in 1989 in response to the AIDS crisis by Marianne Williamson. Her goal was to feed people dying of AIDS, and not only to give them nourishment, but to give them love. Now, 30 years later, we're in another pandemic, and we're continuing feeding people living with HIV, but we're also feeding people with heart disease, lung disease, diabetes, kidney failure, and all forms of cancer. We have about 1,600 clients, and in the next 3 weeks, we're ramping up to 2,000. There are 400 people we are adding, and we're adding them every single day. So we have about 9 drivers in the field 6 days a week. And we also have some volunteer drivers, including some people you may have heard of, Harry and Meghan.
Well, they may not technically be royals anymore, but that's certainly not stopping Prince Harry and Meghan Markle from performing their duties. The former Duke and Duchess of Sussex have been spotted delivering meals to charity recipients in West Hollywood.
Meghan had known about us when she lived in LA previously, and she was talking to her mom about volunteer opportunities. And her mother said, Project Angel Food needs help. And Easter Sunday was a day that they felt was very symbolic to them, and they wanted to get in touch with the community. And so they went out and they did 6 deliveries to our clients in Burbank and Glendale. And I got a call back saying they loved it so much. So they came back 2 other days. So in 1 week, they came and volunteered 3 days, and they visited more than 35 of our clients. Because they had their face masks and the baseball caps, it was very hard to recognize them. I went on 1 delivery with them, and it was for this client who's living with cancer, and he was right behind a screen door. And I asked him, how's the food? He said, it's delicious. And Harry followed up with, it's delicious? He goes, yeah, it's a hot meal, it's delicious. And then Harry asked this really beautiful, poignant question that I personally have never asked, even though I've delivered to hundreds of our clients. And he asked, do your neighbors check in on you? And Frank, our client, said no. And Harry said, we all need to watch out for each other. And as we were walking back to the car, Harry told me, I wish I could spend more time with these clients. So since the beginning, this has been a volunteer-driven organization. 80% of our kitchen has always been volunteers until just a few weeks ago. For the first time in our 30-year history, we suspended volunteers. And our board of directors and I met, and they said, let's hire out-of-work chefs. Let's get them in the kitchen, and that way we'll have a minimum of 10 new people, but same 10 people every day. And so we'll minimize the potential of spreading it.
My name's Rebecca Nurin, and I was the chef de cuisine at a restaurant called Viale dei Romani in a hotel in Beverly Hills. A busy night in a restaurant, you know, you're serving a couple hundred people if you're lucky, and here it's a few thousand every day. What a crazy time, you know, like I'm used to running a big kitchen with a full team and being really creative. But, you know, we had to all start somewhere, so, you know, it's like going back to our roots. I just do what I'm told.
What's really remarkable is the program has continued uninterrupted, and the quality and standard of the meals have continued at the same high levels. Since Meghan and Harry came and visited us, donations have gone up, volunteers have called asking if they could help, and just the excitement of this organization has reached, you know, these new heights. They have really brightened up the spirits of our clients. Now, if the client recognized them in the moment or later, it still is something very special to them. I talked to one of the clients. He called up and said, "Thank you for sending Harry and Meghan to my house." He said, "I live in Section 8 housing. I've had HIV for 30 years, and it's a challenging time. And they brightened up my day. And they give me something to talk about." And he said he talked to Harry and told Harry that he likes hamburgers and fries. And Harry told him, "It's not good for you." He's gonna remember that. He's gonna remember, Harry told me hamburgers and fries aren't good for me. One little visit, a few moments of interaction is really making a difference in a lot of lives.
85% of Project Angel Food's funding comes from donations. So if you would like to donate, please visit angelfood.org.